BeautyandtheStamper.blogspot.com. Hi beauties, it's Jean from Beauty and the Stamper. Today I wanted to show you how I made a card just using extra scraps that I had laying around. So I had made a spinner card like this, and if you've made any spinner cards, you know that you use this word window punch and just punch out along the way here. And so I came up with a ton of these extra little just pieces of scraps that I just saved. I didn't know why, and then today I decided I wanted to put it together. So what I did is I took my two-way glue pen and I just started gluing the back and laying them down in just a pattern. I really hadn't come up with anything. So I'm using here, I wanted to do a Thanksgiving card because I did have some of these extra pieces that I used for the spinner, and this one already had a penny on it. So that's another scrap that I had. I had some pieces of just pumpkin pie laying around. So I wanted to make a pumpkin. I've seen some cute pumpkins out there using the oval punch. So I punched out 3 of the pumpkin pie and came up with this 3. They were also scraps. As you could see, they've had stamping on the back and it just didn't work out. So these were just scrap pieces as well. So once I punched those out, I took my stripes, the Stylish Stripes Big Shot embossing folder, and I just laid them in there in a way that made the stripes go straight up and down with the ovals. So it's going to kind of make pumpkin stripes. After that, I just took a sponge dauber and kind of just daubed a little chocolate chip on there on a sponge dauber that I had. I didn't even use any extra ink. It just happened to have ink on there. Then I rubbed it over the lines to give it some dimension. And I'll show you how I make that pumpkin in just a bit. So after I made this, I wanted to have the summer star fruit and the pumpkin pie just to give it some dimension, but I didn't want to use the entire sheet of pumpkin pie. So if you've seen in my tips before how I save paper, I just took my paper cutter, I stuck it in, so let me show you real quick here. I just stuck it in and brought my trimmer up where I thought, it's only going to take about 1/4 of an inch or all the way around. So I just took this in and cut it from the inside, and then I turned it to where that cut was, and I cut it again. And I just did that all the way around. And so what that did was, instead of using this entire piece, it cut out a square. Now I can keep this as scraps for later. And then this piece is still going to go down, and then the front piece is going to go right over it. You'll never know that there's a piece of cardstock missing right here. So let's go ahead and make this. So I'm going to go ahead and get my snail adhesive and put this down. We're just going to line it right up there so that it has, there we go. Okay, now I'm going to put this piece down next, but remember I had this. Now I don't want to make another spinner card, so what I'm going to try is this little tiny circle punch. It's 3/8 of an inch. It is a little bit bigger than a dimensional, but we're going to try it anyways. So I'm just going to put it right in here and punch it out. Save that for later because you never know what I might need that for. Then I'm going to take one of these dimensionals, and remember I said it is a little bit bigger, so it won't fit through there real well, but I'm just going to cut off some of these little tips all the way around and see how that fits for it. Now, again, I have not tried this yet. That you're watching me make this card just with some ideas that I've been having, and let's see if that works yet. Yeah, it'll fit through there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take that Stampin' dimensional, put it through there, and then I'm going to just fit it through, take off the back, and I could put another piece of cardstock if I wanted to. I don't need to do the pennies, but I already have it, and it'll give it a little bit of you know, just sturdiness. And then you just spin it, make sure it spins real well. And it's not anything that you have to spin, but it can. I just think that'll be fun for the receiver of this card. So I think that's cute. Let's go ahead and make the pumpkin. And very easy on the pumpkin. All you're going to do, I have some scrap paper here. I'm going to take that word window punch, and I'm just going to line it up. It doesn't have to be a perfect word window. I'm just going to punch out a little piece, and that's going to make the stem. Now, as you see, I didn't use the part that could make it round. I just used a piece that has a flat edge there. And I think that'll probably make something real nice. But I'm not going to put that in there yet. We're going to make this little pumpkin first. So I'm going to put these edges, and see they have the lines there. And let's go ahead and put some snail adhesive down. We'll have that be one side. Now I like my pumpkin to be a little wider on the bottom, so I turned it just out a little bit, and I'm going to do the same with this one, but put it out the other side. Like that. And then the centerpiece will go just down the center. Now I'm going to put my little guy here before I put that centerpiece down, and I'm going to use my two-way glue pen for that. So let's go ahead and put that there, and then I'm going to take the top portion of that pumpkin and stick it right on there. So you can see this card's almost done. I just need to go ahead and adhere that. So I'm going to take my snail adhesive. Actually, I'm going to take my snail adhesive on the bottom, and I'm going to use some more dimensionals here because I forgot that I had the penny. So I wanted to make sure it has enough room. And I will actually use the dimensionals on the bottom as well. So we're just going to take off the backing and then adhere this, and it's almost done. Remember, all of this was done just using extra scraps. The only part I used that wasn't a scrap was the Summer Star Fruit base to put all my extra pieces on. And I think this is going to be a great Thanksgiving card for someone. And let's go ahead and see how it comes out. Yep, I think it's cute. Alright, beauties, thanks for watching. Hope I gave you some great ideas. Bye! For more tips and techniques, visit BeautyandtheStamper.blogspot.com.